Hi, welcome back to the 50/50 podcast. You said you had a question to start out.
What's the capital of Alaska? Martel, right now.
Malamute.
Alaska City. Alexa, what's the capital of Alaska? I'm Benji.
I'm Tristan.
Welcome back to the 50/50 podcast. Martel, say the first thing that comes to your mind. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Pineapple.
What is up with fruit?
Fruits or something Spanish. Somebody always says. Or what did Dalton say?
By the way, it's Juneau, Alaska. Watch that be completely wrong. I have no idea. I'm like 40% confident in that answer.
Okay, but we have our friend Martel on today.
Hi.
Martel, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like I'm in an interview, like I said.
Yeah? What do you feel like we would be interviewing you about?
Do you have something to tell us?
Are you working on something?
You know why we brought you here.
You're going to free my soul?
Do you want to get lost?
Rock and roll.
In the rock and roll.
In the bass.
It drifts away. How did that pick up on the mic?
Not great.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Well, it had nothing to do with the audio. But
Oh, okay, fine. Go fuck myself, I guess.
I love the sweater you're wearing right now.
Thank you.
That's very.
I was
it's kind of Christmassy, but like I fuck with it.
I put it on, and I was like, I really hope someone's going to compliment me on this. I'm not even kidding. So thank you for that.
You wore that for me.
Yeah, I did. I'm not even kidding. I really imagined you complimenting me on it. Not even going to lie.
Ben, I think you need to leave the room.
I feel like one of us always flirts with whatever guest is on the podcast, to be honest with you. But
I feel like when there's no guest, we just flirt with each other.
I feel like there's always got to be some flirtatious feeling in the room in the podcast. Martel, don't look at the floor. Look directly in my fucking eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I want one of your eyes focused on him, one of them focused on me right now.
If you could do it, I'd be like, you chameleon fuck. But like, also, shout out to Dalton, the guy who was on a podcast last week.
It was a good one. I enjoyed it.
And he uploaded the video.
Oh, did he already upload it?
Of the podcast. So if you guys want to go see it, it's youtube.com/DaltonCremeans. If you guys are interested in seeing like what our setup looks like, if that makes sense, or kind of like what the podcast looks like when we're recording it.
It's pretty high grade, professional.
Yeah, to be honest. But so Martel,
Yeah.
we've known each other for so fucking long.
Pretty long.
We basically, anytime we hang out, we always bring it up how long we've known each other and shit we've been through. So I want to talk about how we first met.
Okay.
And I'll tell it from my perspective because I remember, so you said that we was like one of those get to know me things today, or whatever things in class, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of remember that, but the one thing I remember about you is I remember thinking to myself when I first like started hearing you talking, I was like, oh, we have like an autistic kid in the fucking class. Like,
Wow.
dude, no. You should have seen Martel in this bio class.
You know I knew him well before you, right?
Technically, but...
Were we not like best friends back in like second grade?
That is true.
We hung out like probably at least once or twice a week.
We did. We had
I went to your basketball game.
You did go to my
I
basketball
remember
game.
that. That was probably one of the last times I saw you, I think.
When you were kids, at least.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I saw you before going into high school. I remember the very last time I saw you.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that.
I do. It was beautiful.
You could fucking tell the story, Martel.
Yeah. I would say, unless there's something...
He goes, yeah, I remember that. Just leaves it there. Okay, you keep laughing. Tell the story.
Tell us the goddamn story!
Anyways, do you remember that?
So you've been working on this album for a while.
Yeah, no one wants to hear about that. But
Okay. So I don't know if they still do it, but that corn festival thing they did downtown a lot.
oh yeah,
They do still do that.
The
Yeah,
last time I saw you, I was in 5th grade, you were in 6th grade, and you were at that, and I passed by you, and we kind of like caught up because we hadn't seen each other that whole year.
Yeah.
And I just asked you kind of how middle school was, and I never saw you in middle school ever. And then the next time I ever saw you again was
like
when I was a freshman in high school.
Senior or junior year?
I was a freshman.
Okay.
And it was in maps class, that shop class.
Yeah.
You
I
sat
do
right
remember
next to me. That was the
Yup.
very first time I saw you again since I was in 5th
So it was
grade.
like a 4 or 5 year gap between us seeing each other.
interesting.
So-
That's like an interesting gap too. That's 5th to 6th grade to
Yeah, that's like the
freshman,
big
sophomore
like
year.
developing your personality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was
like, phase.
it was
So,
different.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, so you two met
in a bio class.
in a biology class.
In a biology class. Our teacher was Mr. Steve and some black chick. We can never remember her name.
Oh, Mr. Steve was great.
Mr. Steve was amazing.
Yeah.
But like, so I remember like, I do kind of remember that get to know me thing. It was like one of the first days, like get to know your students or your classmates. Like go around and like say something and like had one of those sheets to fill out. I kind of remember that, and you could tell your side in a second, but
Yeah.
I just remember throughout the semester, like, Martell was so, like, energetic in the class and so animated, and I didn't think you were, like, full on, like, autistic, but I was like, I feel like he's definitely on the spectrum a little bit, because one of the very big thing I remember you doing is them saying something about a tornado, and Martell getting up and spinning around in a circle in the room. And saying, like, I'm the tornado or something like that.
Unprompted, like nobody asked you to do this.
I honestly, I remember that, but I don't remember why I did it. I just remember making a joke and it made everyone laugh.
Yeah,
I was pretty
everyone
proud.
laughed. Like, everybody was cracking up, and I was just like, who is this kid?
I'd said something about free rides on a tornado. You can only try it once, though. And then everyone
And then
laughed.
That's good.
And then I remember I was dating a girl at the time, and she posted a video of us at Walmart, and Carrie?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
dating,
remember that.
quote unquote dating.
Yeah, okay.
And
This is before I met you. Right before.
this is our sophomore year, so no, we knew each other.
Oh no, we yeah
we
okay.
did know each other.
I did know, yeah.
Where was I at? Oh yeah, I was dating Carrie, and we had a video or whatever of us just chilling at Walmart, and then like I said something about getting chicken tenders at Walmart, and I was in the bathroom at our high school, and Martell comes up, and he goes, and we walk out of the bathroom together, like not even saying a word to each other. Martell turns around, he goes, "Why don't you ever invite me to go get chicken tenders at Walmart?" And I was like, "What the fuck did you just ask me?" And like I remember like kind of being like playing it off, being like, okay, like, yeah, we can do it anytime, I guess. And then you kind of like became friends with our friends, and that's how we became friends.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell your side of that story?
Well, the very first time I met you, you had red hair. I remember that. That was your red hair stage. And yeah, it was in biology class, and it was that get to know me day. And
I know exactly when this was because of that picture of you and me sophomore year wearing the matching shirts
Yeah,
when you had your red hair.
of course.
So that's crazy that I just associated that. So
yeah.
okay.
So it was like that get to know me day thing or whatever, just so we could kind of go around and know everyone, I guess. And you just sat in front of me extra hard and loud, like you like moved the desk when you sat. Scared me a little bit.
Sounds like me.
And
I
then
was calling you fat.
I don't know if I'd reached my peak fatness yet at that point, but go on.
So you had just sat there, and I didn't even get a word in because I didn't know what to say. So you just randomly told me about this teacher that was extremely attractive. You called her a fox, and I was like, I haven't heard someone say that in forever.
Miss
first
Hager.
of all.
Okay.
But I also said it because like everybody in our school was like
Yeah.
thought that, yeah. But
If nobody said it, everybody was thinking.
do you think we would have been as close if that's not how you would have met me?
I don't think I would have been as weird towards you.
So how did you
Damn, I fucked myself over.
how did you get introduced into that friend group then? Who introduced you
Yeah,
to
true.
it?
I know. Was it Walker?
No, it wasn't Walker. To be honest, I kind of gradually. I remember having some classes with Joel, and I remember every now and then I would
Joel was in it.
follow Joel like around with you guys, and I started to kind of get to know you from class. So I think I started picking up conversation, and also I was getting kind of close with Jordan and Sam at the same time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
I kinda remember
eventually
that.
I just kind of migrated my way in, and here I am.
And that's crazy because you met your wife and the mother of your child through
Yeah,
that friend group.
I know.
So yeah, Martell, you're married.
I am.
You have a kid.
I do.
Congratulations.
on the way.
Thank you.
Your
And
life's over.
Yeah.
His life's been over.
No, but that's really cool that like, some people like meet somebody in high school and like it fizzles out when they like
Yeah.
He was actually
Graduate or
talking to me yesterday about how cool he thinks his wife is.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nah,
dope.
she's a dope person. Obviously, we were all friends with her.
Yeah.
So
I asked her out in 7th grade, and she said no to me. So
I think I had a crush on her at one point too, for
Yeah.
a brief time.
fuck off.
So I'm so sorry.
It was supposed to be the trifecta, but this is way like middle school era. Jordan was dating Keely. I wasn't just kidding about the fuck off thing, but like,
You weren't just kidding.
I was kidding.
You.
I was just. I almost leaned in, but for clarification, me and Tristan almost kissed. We were about to turn off the podcast. Either make Martell very, very
Martell could film
uncomfortable or very, very comfortable.
Martell can hold the boom mic.
But you're supposed to be a trifecta because Jordan was dating a girl named Keely, and then Sam was dating our friend Eddie, which we talked about.
Right.
And then it was just me and Bree. Always like we were always like 3 girls, 3 guys hanging out, and like literally, I was telling Jordan, I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, maybe I should just ask out Bree, and he goes, you should definitely just ask out Bree. And then I asked her out, and she said no, and I just avoided the fuck out of her for like the next 3 years. No, I still avoid it to this day, actually.
You can't hear the bitterness in Ben's voice, right?
Yeah, no, whatever. Whatever. You want to fucking be on the podcast? What do you want to say? Yeah. You have some stories to tell? Cool. About how you're banging the girl I was in love with? This podcast has turned really, really dark. But we had a story to start this out that we want to talk about.
Start this off 10 minutes in.
Well, to start past the introduction or whatever. Or do you guys want to talk about YouTube meeting for the first time? But I figure you guys don't remember that.
Oh, I don't really.
I don't remember meeting.
I vividly remember the basketball game. Like very clearly remember the basketball game. Don't know why, but
that's weird. I remember the basketball game.
I think your mom like told you should invite me to your basketball game when I was over at your house, and so you did, and like. I told my dad about it. My dad was like, well, you should go. It'll be a good time. And so me and my dad both went, which my dad listens to this podcast, so I'm sure this is going to be weird and a blast from the past to hear like your voice. So, but yeah, no, that's, I mean, you, me, and what, Jameson?
It was
Alex. And then
Elmore?
Brian, kind of. You remember Brian?
No,
Brian Bowen?
Yeah, I do.
So
I do.
it was kind of us, but you kind of also had like your own thing going on. And, like, you and I were kind of... You, me, and Jameson were the only, like, ties to each other's groups, really.
Yeah.
So, but that's really all I remember, unless you remember more.
I definitely remember Wizard 101.
I was just about to bring that up, as weird as that is.
Oh, my God,
I remember how I used to put the phones together so we could all talk. Like, I used to put my cell phone and my house phone together. Every time you guys would argue, I'd pull the phones apart.
Oh, my God. We used to play that so much. We used to play Wizard 101 all the time.
He brought it up yesterday, and I was like, I think Tristan still plays occasionally.
I've played probably once in the past year just for nostalgia reasons, but I would always grind that game out.
That was
I'm
fun.
so down.
I think I remember like when we all started hanging out, I forget which one of you told me, but one of you was talking about the other one being like, oh yeah, we used to play Wizard 101 all the time together.
Yeah. That was
we
fun.
Should play Wizard 101.
Ashley likes Wizard 101. Shout out Ashley. She still
I
plays.
want to play with her. She's probably way better than me.
To be honest, but
there's no way she isn't.
So the story we want to start this off with is the story of how we almost became fathers with a duck. I don't know.
Excuse me?
No, excuse me. That's gonna stink. I'm gonna warn you.
Oh my God, that smells like shit.
Yeah, it's gonna just ate a chocolate bar.
Is that because
there's also something? There's and Diet Coke, but like
God.
There's also something in our fridge that like stinks. I don't know what it is, but
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's chicken.
Chicken?
It's been in there for like 3 weeks.
Is it open or something? What?
Yeah.
We have open chicken in the fridge.
Well, it's in like one of the wrapped up packages from the store.
He's letting it marinate.
But it's not like the prepackaged stuff. It's from like the meat case.
I thought that was brand new. I'm gonna be real with you. Can we get rid of it? Me and Martel noticed it yesterday because Martel went to the bathroom and I was like, "Did you just fucking shit?" And
you know what's crazy?
No. What's up?
I completely forgot about it until as soon as you said there's something that stinks. I'm like, in like a split second, I was like, I know exactly what would stink in the fridge. Yeah, we can get rid of it.
But
set it in the trash can for 2 weeks.
There was a time sophomore year.
Your sophomore year.
My sophomore year. Yeah. Martel's freshman. Prior to you and me, Tristan, hanging out every day.
Yeah, okay.
There was a time when our mutual friend Sean moved, and me and Jordan, for a little bit, all we did was play Minecraft, and then every weekend on Friday night, Jordan would come over and literally do the same thing. We would just play Minecraft, so literally halfway through the night, Jordan would literally just bike home. Because he would, like, sleep and then leave in the middle of the night because it's like, well, like, we're just doing the same shit at your house that we would normally. But then we got introduced to Martel, and I remember the first time going over to your house because you wanted to hang out like on weekdays, and I was like, well, wait, hold on a second, I gotta be in bed at a certain time, all right? Fucking
Grandma Ben going to bed.
Yeah, for real. I'm still like that. Nah, I've actually been staying up, but like I remember going over to your house for the very first time, and then after that, it was literally going to your house every single guy. It wasn't even a question.
No, we just expected it. I talked about that to Jordan yesterday. He was like, there was no plan. We just knew that we were meeting up at someone's house.
It was always yours. It was always yours. I mean, sometimes like you guys would come to my house
For
just so we could leave.
For games, it was yours. For general hanging out, it was mine. And for like movies and more expensive video games, it was like Jordan. Yeah.
But like every day, I remember like, and this is before we all had cars or something like that.
Yep.
I mean, you were driving illegally.
I was.
All right, we got him.
Cut the podcast there. Don't act like you weren't driving illegally too.
Barely. I drove illegally maybe 3 times. Because remember?
I know I used to drive your van.
Yeah, because you had a license.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah.
And here's the thing, like,
you definitely drove a couple times.
Literally, it worked out perfectly. Because as soon as you got a car, I literally drove for 3 days, but then my sister had to borrow my van. Remember? Yeah. And then my sister fucked it up and gave it back. So fuck you, Sammy. I know you're listening to this. I'm actually excited to see you in Colorado. But a lot of emotions just go through me. But every day I would just walk across, because you didn't live that far. You lived like half a mile maybe, and I would literally walk to your house every single day.
He lived like the perfect distance that was halfway between your house and my house.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do remember that.
I was the optimal hangout spot.
Exactly. You're just a meet up every single day, and you have this like little creek thing in your backyard.
Yeah. Yep.
So like it's a little field and it goes into a little creek, right?
Yep.
And we always hung out in the back. Well, actually, not really a lot, but we were back there one day.
Yeah.
And we just see a little lonely baby duck.
We do.
Just he was by himself, and we were like looking, and we could not find the family for the life of us. All right. So I don't exactly.
Tell me why I just imagine like you guys looking for the family, and it's clearly right there, and you're like, oh no, it's nowhere. Yeah. We need the duck.
So like, what happened was, we were like, all right, let's catch the duck, because actually, I caught a baby rabbit before, but that's a different story. But I don't exactly remember what happened that day, but you told me that I jumped into the.
You did. So me, you, and Jordan spent so much time chasing this duck. Like he was like evasive. He was
a
good.
Baby duck.
He was good. You got to be careful because you can't grab it too hard. So you got to be gentle, also but aggressive.
I was gonna say gentle but aggressive.
So
aggressively gentle.
Eventually, Ben had about enough of it. It's kind of cold outside, by the way. Ben jumps into the creek and just grabs the duck.
I was like, "Come here, come to Papa."
And then we had babies for a long time.
For a while. So then, for like a few hours, we had a duck running around my living room and kitchen. And
we had plans.
Yeah, like
because this is when we started the YouTube channel together.
Yeah, Jordan called his mom asking if he could keep the duck.
Because your mom said we couldn't keep the duck.
Yeah.
So we called Jordan and was like, "Can we keep the duck? Like, we'll keep it in the garage, whatever." And Jordan's mom was like, "No, what the fuck is wrong with you? Of course not." And then I called my mom, and she was like, "I was like, Mom, can we please keep this duck in the garage?" She goes, "Where did you get a duck?" And I explained it to her, and she goes, "Put the duck back in the creek." I was like, "Mom, please, Mom, just let me keep the duck." And we were like, we had this idea to create a series on the YouTube channel of us raising the duck, and like.
It'd be a very short series. I'm going to tell you that right now.
You don't think it would have lasted long?
Not long. Maybe an episode.
Could have been a guest star on the podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Now we need to go.
Yeah, exactly. This is halfway through the podcast. What'd you think about this? That was my duck.
How many ducks have you heard in your life?
Well, he fathered one.
What'd you say?
I said you fathered one.
Fathered one.
I don't know.
I heard
was
fucked
one. Stepdad. He was a stepdad to a duck for about a day.
And we were all emotional as fuck that we could not keep this duck. I forget what we named it.
I think Jordan went with the most generic name, Mr. Quackers. I think Jordan went with that, and that was the most generic. It. Yeah, it was.
I've definitely heard Jordan say Mr. Quackers before.
Yeah.
So I feel like that
was definitely what he. But I think we couldn't think of anything else, so we just went with it. Because Jordan was not letting that go.
Yeah, for sure. But
which reminds me, I remember how I met Jordan.
Okay, we'll go back to that.
I know. I'm throwing that out there.
So we go back out to the creek and go a little bit farther down, and the family had returned or something.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make sure that this family was with this baby duck was with the right family. Yeah. So we went over. Because actually, weird story. This is for a lot of like little creatures. Sometimes if you go and like take one of the babies and you go and try to give it back, the mom won't accept it.
The mom will like deny it. Yeah,
because they won't smell the same or whatever. So we give it back or whatever, and we make sure. You guys
ruined a duck's life.
No. We made sure that the family couldn't recognize the duck. We made sure. I was dedicated to taking care of this duck. I just want to be clear.
It tagged along.
I also really want a chinchilla, but that's another story. So yeah, we put the duck back in the creek and we just let it be on our way, and we all cried a little bit. And I think we made a goodbye video for it. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys realize like this sounds like something a group of 6 or 7-year-olds would do? You guys were definitely.
I
in
dare
high
6 or
school.
7-year-old to try to catch
that
a duck. Yeah, there's no way they would have caught that.
No way.
All right. They have to use smart power, like fucking
Smart power.
soft men.
Soft more.
Soft more. So how did you meet Tristan? Debate from that real quick.
It's funny. I do remember like little tidbits of Tristan though, just like random moments.
Oh, you said Jordan.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I think you mean Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, but I didn't care. Oh well, Jordan was. I remember I met him in shop class, and I don't remember like the exact day, but I remember because like there was no exact day that I just went up to him and said, let's go to Walmart like I did with you. But
that was a special moment.
But gradually I just started talking to him more and more. I remember one time he wore a blue shirt. I do remember that.
Why is that the one thing you
I don't
remember?
know.
I'm so glad you're so descriptive. There was this one time.
So, but at the same time, I had met Sam on the bus and stuff like that, and then so just kind of throughout shop class, I had been talking to Jordan, and then I'd been riding the bus with Sam, and then that's when I kind of started to talk to him more, is when I realized that they were dating and stuff. So, yeah, I met Jordan in shop class.
Oh.
So are you riding a lot of horses lately? I looked down. I noticed your cowboy boots.
I ride horses every day. My truck has like 300 of them, but
I fucking hate you so much.
She's talking about horsepower.
No,
You
I
couldn't
got
get-
that.
just in
Thank
case
you. I
went
didn't
over
think
your
there were
head.
300
I, like,
horses
punch the mic.
attached to the front of his truck.
I don't know. Sometimes, man.
Turns his truck into a chariot.
That'd be dope.
Take 300 of your finest horses.
Do you have another story, Martel?
I
You
was
want
gonna
to
say, this
clarify?
is great radio.
well, I was thinking of one. It was the time that me and Ben pulled a heist on Shoe Carnival.
Oh yeah, we
Excuse
talked
me?
we talked about this yesterday. Pull the heist is exactly the term I would use for this, actually. So you want to go ahead and take this one? Because I barely remember this.
I can. So I don't know why I was buying new shoes, but I was buying new shoes, and I already felt like I was being robbed because of the price of the shoes. So as she's checking,
Try to justify
Yeah,
it.
I'm saying.
The modern day Robin Hood over here.
So as she's like, check price on the shoes, whatever. I look down, I see some gum, not just any, like 5 gum. That's like top tier gum, by the way. And so I looked at it, I was like, you know what, I had enough of this. So I grabbed it. I gave him the look. He knew what it meant. I gave him the look. He took it and put it in his pocket.
You gave who the look?
I gave you the look.
I took it?
Yeah. You put it in your pocket.
You fucking thief.
And he just I looked him up and down, and he was like, he gave me this weird little shudder, and then he grabbed it, put it in his pocket. And then I paid for the shoes, and then we left. And then I remember screaming, "We stole something!" like really loud outside.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It was a good time though.
I didn't know I took it.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember, but you know what? I remember when you told me it originally. I remember thinking I thought I took the gum, but now that you say that, that sounds about right. But I think we were talking about stealing something that day too.
You guys just craved stealing something?
I don't know, because I went through a thief phase a little bit, but
I did not. I was just.
Went through?
I don't steal that much anymore.
I just had an impulse. I was like, I want this gum, and I don't want to put it in my
Was
pocket.
the gum
though.
worth it? Was it good
I
gum?
It was a good adrenaline rush.
I guess.
I didn't even chew the gum. Pretty sure
It's
threw it
like a
out.
commercial.
I'm just kidding.
Because we gotta dump the product, they're gonna find us.
It stimulated my senses.
How it
the
feels to
packaging
chew
doesn't
5
lie.
gum. So has your driving gotten any better?
No, it
You're
hasn't.
still
I was
a
actually
fucking
I
maniac.
have a story about that.
My
But,
driving is amazing.
Your driving
I'm
is
so evasive.
You're one of the
average at
scariest.
best.
You're evasive of nothing. That's the
The
thing.
reason your driving is good now is because you have a truck that can handle your driving. You know damn well if we were in your Ford Edge yesterday, we would have crashed.
you describe it as evasive, but here's the thing: you will be on a perfectly smooth, clear road with no other cars, and you'll still evade. You will evade nothing.
I'll evade the road for the ditch.
So actually, a story about your driving. Might
Yeah.
as well tell this. There was one time. So me and Martel and Jordan, for that matter, used to take drives all the time, religiously, even before you had your license, all the fucking time. Every time we hung out, night drives was a common thing between us.
Yeah.
And there was one time, it wasn't even a night drive this time, it was midday.
Yeah.
I think it was the summer, I'm going to be real. And
Yeah, because I had the windows down, the sunroof down.
it was, it was a really, really nice day. And we were going so fucking fast. And you said you were taking us to this, like, turn. It was this specific turn that you were taking us to because it was a sharp turn.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was actually one that I'd never been on before, or if I had just one time and I underestimated how sharp the turn
I don't think this was the turn, though, was the thing. I think you were taking us on a road, but this was just to the road. And then there was a very, very sharp turn with a hill right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Martel literally goes up the hill to where the car is almost like, I don't want to say 90 degrees, but like almost 90 degrees this way.
Like
going
NASCAR.
Down. What?
Like NASCAR. When
Like,
they turn left. You know,
it was a
they're
lot
kinda
more
on the
dramatic than
well,
NASCAR.
yeah,
Like,
maybe.
actually, maybe not. But like, it was like NASCAR, but like going up a hill a little bit. Like, I felt like we were like in a BMX bike, but it was your car. Like, doing shit, dude. Like, and I remember Jordan said he stuck his head out the window, thought he was gonna die because his head was like a couple feet away from the ground.
Yeah. Well, because he already had his head out the window, and then we had took the turn, and he was a little nervous.
I don't know what we would have done if Jordan would have died that day.
Probably wouldn't have done a podcast with him, that's for sure.
Yeah, we probably, to be honest, we probably just would have kicked him out the car.
I remember I made Nate throw up with my driving before.
Nate?
Yeah.
Explain that story.
Well, I think I was in my sister's old car, and I was drifting around. Nate looked up a video on how to drift, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to learn how to drift. And and then, so we started doing that. I remember he had to get out. It was me, Nate. I'm pretty sure you were there, Ben,
I think so.
and Mary. And he got out, and he threw up, like, everywhere.
I got a car once because of your driving.
Yeah, and then you stepped on that rock.
I stepped on a rock and got a blood blister. It was awful.
Do none of these stories really resonate with you that you're not a great driver?
No, I think I'm a great driver. I think I have fun.
There's a reason your wife took the car seat out of your truck, all right?
So let's talk about your kid for a second. So how old?
1.
Okay. You want to give some more information?
A girl.
Awesome. Lila.
Yeah, all right. So
There you go.
her name is Lila Grace. That's her first name. And she's 1. She's going to be 2. We're going to have... We also have another kid on the way. We don't know what the gender is yet. We're figuring that out this month. So...
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So you excited to have a second one?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of got everything in order in the sense. I mean, I don't think anyone's like necessarily ready for a kid, especially at our age. But I think I'm more. Like I said, we have the vehicles. We have, I think I have a pretty okay job that pays the bills and allows me to provide for the family that I have. And I think I'm in just as good a spot as any that I've ever been in before to take on that responsibility. So
for sure. Do you think having the first kid is like, obviously it has, but like, how has it prepared you for a second? Do you think it's going to be a lot easier, a little easier, like just the same difficulty?
I'm not really sure. I've heard like, every kid can be different than the other. Like it's just like a new baby can be almost like a completely different challenge, or it can be easier. It just depends. But I think as far as, I had never changed a diaper before. And then I had a kid.
Dude, I already know. Like
So-
when I have a kid, that's gonna be my number one issue.
Yeah.
It's changing.
I'm
the
not
diaper,
even
trying to
kidding.
figure that out.
I'll have no issue changing diapers. I'm going to be real.
Ben's been
gross
changing
as
his
shit.
own diaper since he was 7.
I've been changing my own diaper. I did this morning.
I've seen it. It's impressive. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't think diapers are going to bother me. I mean, it's when my kid won't shut the fuck up because I know my kid is going to be talking.
You are gonna be such a good.
Pick up your goddamn water bottle.
You're gonna be such a
Get the chicken
great-
out of the fridge.
You're such a great dad. Tell your kid to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. The time I got poop on my finger, I was just distraught.
From the baby or?
Yeah. Not for me. I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this whole diaper change.
I don't know about this whole kid thing.
Throws kid out window.
Honey, we got to talk about a return policy here.
No, but I was scared at first, but I mean, I honestly really I can't really picture my life without it at this point. So I'm pretty satisfied with where my life is at. There's really not any regrets to it.
What was your reaction to having a second?
I didn't really have one. I wasn't disappointed or anything like that.
Just
Like,
middle playing Xbox. He goes,
I
okay,
was-
cool. Whatever.
Well, I came down to Bree started taking a picture of Lila with a shirt that says "Best Big Sister." And I was like,
It took her that long to tell you?
why does she have that on? And then I was like, I get it now. Why are you being so cryptic? And then because I was like, I was so tired. Like she woke me up.
Martel's been staying up for days trying to figure out the message. Best Big Sister.
He's got like a
What could that possibly fucking mean?
He's got like a bulletin with ties to pictures.
Lila's like connected to Barack Obama. She's like, what could the connection be? My fellow big sisters.
Some guy in a suit knocks on the door. Bree's like, "Who are you?" And Martel's just like, "Yeah, that's my private investigator. He's here to help me crack this
Investigate
case."
your ass, like.
But no, I mean, I didn't really like. I wasn't like, I wasn't disappointed or anything. Like I said, I was tired. I just woke up. Like, all right,
All right.
That's not most people's reaction.
I guess we're having another. All right, sweet.
That was your fucking reaction.
I'm not even kidding. It was
Do you have a hope for a specific gender? Don't
if
really
it could
care.
be a boy, that'd be cool. But I'm not gonna be upset if it's a girl.
For sure.
You'd be
I was hoping you'd say you'd be upset. It'd be so much funnier if it...
Do not name your kid Bo. Let me clarify that. Let me just say that again. Martel, look at me. Sip your water. Do not name your kid Bo. He's losing it. I love when you laugh because the vein pops out of your fucking forehead.
Looks like he's on steroids when he laughs.
Let's talk about how big you used to be, actually. Let's talk about how when we first started hanging out, you were like a big into the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about your cock.
He goes, I mean, it shrank a little, but damn. What a backhanded way to start a conversation. You just remember how big you used to be?
No, I mean, he's even admitted himself. Like, when I didn't even notice how skinny you got. I mean, hey, look, don't be upset. I wish I had your body now, all right?
His tears are just coming down.
You still got a six pack and stuff, but
You have a six pack?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
I gotta stand up.
Go ahead and stand up.
Do I gotta take off the headset?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Do you want me to reveal mine?
I mean, not like really, but yeah.
Impressive.
He's got like skinny six pack.
Good
you know
job.
What I mean?
I kind of forget you have a tattoo on your chest, not gonna lie.
You got a huge tattoo on his chest.
You do. It's
do.
nice. It's a good tattoo.
Thank
How many
you have a lot of tattoos.
How many tattoos do you have? Yeah.
11.
11.
You only
wow.
have. It just feels like you have a lot more. I'm not gonna lie, but they're kind of big.
Yeah. Just like I used to be.
That was a good segue. But so when I first met you were big into the gym. You went to a certain kind of gym too. I'm trying to remember what it was called. There's the one right by your house.
Gold's Gym?
No. It was before Gold's.
Oh, workout company?
Yeah, workout company. Does that still exist?
Yeah.
Why did you change gyms?
It's expensive. And I was like,
He was tired of having
kid.
to show up in a suit.
Workout company.
we used to sneak friends in though.
You snuck me in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't really sneak you in. We just distracted the lady
I
up
would say,
front.
did you tuck him in your duffel bag? I'm confused.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
How do you think it got so big?
I used to be big too, Marco, but in a different way.
Fuck you both. I'm still big.
I was fat as fuck. But yeah, so like why and like that was kind of like your religion almost for the longest time was you working out.
Yeah.
And I feel like life just almost got in the way.
Yeah, it started when I very first did like swimming and rock climbing and stuff. I noticed like and I actually think when I dedicated a lot of my time to going to the gym is when it became a problem for me. Is because so when I did swimming and rock climbing, I just naturally started gaining like weight because I had to eat a lot to keep up with that. And then just the exercise itself of it just gave me, I guess, size along with that. And I noticed it, and other people started to notice it. So at that point, I was like, all right, well, what if I start going to the gym too? And then when I started focusing on how I looked is when I started plummeting. I started overthinking everything I was doing versus just trying to be really good at swimming and trying to be really good at rock climbing. That instead of focusing on the sport, I started focusing on how I looked, and then that became my issue. And then I just got skinny. I stopped eating as much because I don't know. At one point, I just didn't see a point anymore, and then I just stopped swimming. I stopped rock climbing, and I tried to just start working out, and it just wasn't as fun, which is why I like doing like calisthenics type stuff every now and then. But yeah, I think I just I focused way too hard on it. And then I ended up losing sight.
out?
Yeah, I ended up losing sight of what I really wanted to do. And like like, because there's a lot of information out there on how you should or shouldn't do certain things, and
There's
it can
a lot
be
of misinformation out there too.
It can be super super intimidating, especially when you're like going into high school or in high school. At least for me, that's how it was. It was just there are a lot of bigger like there were a lot of bigger guys out there like in high school and stuff like that, and I got caught up in wanting to be that size or bigger or whatever, and then I just ended up losing focus, and then I just ended up kind of getting skinnier and skinnier because I just stopped doing it because I ended up kind of feeling like I would never achieve those goals.
How often do you think you were working out, like back when you were in like your prime of working out?
That was probably when I did. So when I did swimming, that was when I was like younger me could beat the shit out of older me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying, if younger me tried to fight me right now, I would give up. Like me personally. If he came in the room and said, "Fuck you,"
I'm gonna tell you right now, if younger you walked into this room right now, I've got bigger issues than who's gonna win in a fight.
If younger you walked in this room right now, I'd spit in his goddamn face. I'd be like, "Give me my goddamn duck back, you motherfucker!" Like,
So let's see. I used to swim almost every day. I'd rock climb on some of my days off, and then I would also do like P90X and some like workouts. And in the summer, we used to have 5-hour swim practices, and I think that was when I did the most because I used to do P90X. I used to work out before swim practice and at swim practice, and then on days off, I was rock climbing.
No.
did you do swimming in high school?
I tried. I did not really like the coach, and that just kind of ruined.
Who was
it for
your
me.
coach?
I can't remember her name.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I just want to make sure it was a her. I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about. I liked her as a teacher because weird thing, I had a class with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she loved me.
Yeah.
But I was also like a super quiet kid in the class and shit. So I think it was just one of those things where she just wasn't used to that. So we always talked and everything like that. And I only had one other friend in the class named Justin. And where was I going with this? We were just floating one day, about to do like laps or something, whatever you call.
Yeah.
And I was like looking the other way, and she was apparently trying to get my attention, and I just wasn't noticing it. And this guy Alex like tapped my shoulder, and I turned around, looked at him, and he pointed up at her. And I looked up at her, and I was like, "What's up?" And she goes, "What's up?" She goes, "Do you talk to your mother that way?" I was like, "Do I say what's up to my mother?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "You talk to your mother that way?" I was like, "Yeah. Should I not?" Like, she was so nice to me for the entire semester.
Yeah.
And that's what ticked her off.
Yeah. I don't know. Cause I kind of stopped swimming a little bit, and then I'd gotten. I don't know. I just kind of got a little too much. I feel like at that time is when I overloaded myself, and then I wanted to kind of started focusing on like how I wanted my body to look instead of like performance, and then I got away from swimming. So around that time, I wanted to try it again in high school, and I don't know. The coach kind of ruined it for me a little bit, just for me personally. And actually, there were a few people on that team who went in who actually swam at Redbird with me, and they stopped swimming for the high school too, just because of that reason, because she was just a little over the top for some people. And our coach was apparently he'd been to the Olympics. Like the team that we had. There's like 3 or 4 people who've been to Olympic trials from that team. So on the swim team I was on.
Wow.
Just like, goddamn.
So, if you don't mind me interjecting real quick, and I asked
Yeah.
the same question to Tyler when we had him on the podcast. So, give me the Martell in 5 to 10 years. Where do you want to be at? Like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like?
I'd like to be at a higher position and where I work.
So you want to stay with the same company? You don't.
Yeah.
You don't think? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is where I'd like to just retire at.
Settle down.
Yeah,
Cool.
And then hopefully I should be living in Gibson because we're looking at a house right now. And I don't know. I just hope to be comfortable. I'm not looking for anything like crazy, like a whole bunch of cars, a giant house, or nothing
You'd
like
love
that.
just a simple life.
Yeah, I just want to be
Simple,
comfortable and
quiet
happy
life.
where I'm at. I want to have, just like the most boring little thing, like money and savings, have, just everything kind of to where if a bad situation happens, I know I can handle it, and just kind of just be happy where I'm at. That's all I want to do.
I can respect that. That's decent.
So
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm trying to get the biggest goddamn house out here. I'm trying to get 9 cars. Actually, fuck cars. I'm trying to get 9 tricycles. And that's all I really want. Just a simple life like that. Just.
Are you going to tie him to the front of your SUV or your truck? Just like he has his 300 horses?
9 and 300 are very different numbers. I'm going to warn you.
Tricycles and horses are very different creatures.
You blew my goddamn mind. Oh my god.
Please, hey, can we go to a car dealership and ask them what the equivalent to 9 tricycles is in horsepower?
I don't think I'm allowed at car dealerships anymore.
Yeah, actually, when you said car dealership, I was like, we should explain how often we went to goddamn car dealerships for the longest time. Yeah, dude. Should see my vocal stem, dude. Warning, you're about to hear me say fuck in a very, very loud voice.
You're about
Warning,
to?
you're about to.
Hey, man, I warned you, just not at the right time. But, we used to go to car dealerships religiously. And by that, I mean, you went to car dealerships religiously and dragged me fucking long. Like, I would just remember we went to car dealerships and looked at trucks and looked at whatever. And you were like, this is so cool. Like, this is so nice. We would look at, like, Dodge Challengers and Chargers and everything like that. And
you guys tried to get me to go with you.
yeah, I think you probably went a couple times.
I never went.
No, never?
I never went. But you'd literally text me and be like, hey, we're going to go try to drive a Charger. You want to come with us? I'm like, no. I mean, maybe.
It was honestly pretty fun. I'm not going to lie.
Me and Jordan used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. I even used to drive a little bit for a dealership.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I've had 16 jobs, so...
Do you count them all?
Yeah.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, it's about 14, 16, one of those two. Sometimes I lose track.
Why don't you
but,
even
There's
it out
no
of
way it's
15?
15.
Yeah.
There's no way it's 15, but
15
it's
and a
either
half.
14 or 16.
15 and a half?
Yeah, half.
What's the half job?
I don't know.
He goes, being a dad. I'm like half-assing this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But no, yeah, they stopped letting me, the second the dealership would stop letting me drive the car, I'd go to the next
Oh, you did it for
dealership.
multiple dealerships?
What?
You
no,
drove?
No,
Oh.
I'm talking about like just, I used to have a different story.
Oh.
On like,
get
if
what
I
you're
was
saying
able
now.
to, I'm about to start doing this kind of work. I need this kind of vehicle for it. And then they would believe it for a little bit. And then they, after like changing the car like 3 times in one day, they're like, okay, all right. How about we come in and check your credit? I was like, well, listen, I gotta be home. It's about dinner time. I can come back tomorrow. We can do that.
I come back to you're not going to go
I
back.
did not go back. I went to the next dealership. Oh man, I drove so many fun cars.
You did. I got a random question for both of you, actually, because it attains to both of you in this room. So you guys both lost your virginities to the girls that you're with now and been with for a very, very long time. Do you ever feel bad because you never went through like a man-ho phase? Man-ho, man-whore, whatever you want to say. Like, do you ever feel like... Actually, you know what? Like, I know both your girlfriends are going to listen to this, so go ahead and lie. But no, be honest. Like, do you ever feel... Not restraint, because both of your significant others would kill you if you said that, but like... What's the word? Unachieved. Regretful.
I was to say, do you want to answer?
I'll go.
The level that you two are on right now.
No, I don't like want a hoe phase. The only restriction I necessarily feel is I've been told I have like a super flirty personality. And so sometimes I'll say something and then catch myself later and be like, that was unnecessarily flirty. And I'll say it in front of like Emma. Mm-hmm. And like she just knows that's my personality. No, I've never taken it too far, but like that's the only kind of thing is I'll catch myself saying something and being like, I mean, it's definitely not worse than what I've said to either of you. Because I've said some sexual ass things.
That is different, though.
That is, yeah, I mean
like,
those
we
things.
might actually fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually mean those things. But no, I don't really regret it. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy in the relationship I'm in. So,
Martel, if you love your wife, you'll say the same thing. But
I wouldn't say like I have any regrets towards anything, but I would say like every now and then, you know, you just kind of get curious of what it would have been like, I guess.
yeah, and you go through that a lot.
I do.
I know because you always have the what ifs.
Yeah.
We're making faces at each
Gotcha.
other. Because me and Tristan
try
are
not
still
to
sharing
laugh
the mic.
over here.
But yeah, and, you know, I think that's for a lot of people because I have a lot of friends who who are currently experiencing that phase or who have gone through that phase, and they always say, I wish I had what you had. I wish I wouldn't have done that. And then I got people who, and then like me personally, or some people who are in my situation, like, man, I kind of wish I would have experienced some of that. It's just, you don't really know what you got till you got it.
It's always the grass is greener on the other side. It's always that situation that people like think of. So like the people that are in their hoeing phase really look at relationships. They're like, yeah, I really wish I had something like that with such a good person.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then too many people that are in a good relationship with a good person view the other side of it, and they're like, oh man, how fun. And it's,
how fun is the single life?
Just be happy with what you have. And if you truly love the person you're with, then you're just happy.
Fuck that.
And that's
I'm
why
aggressively single, and I'm trying to not be aggressively single. It's Valentine's Day right now. When we
It is Valentine's Day right now.
Do you and Emma do anything? I know it's kind of restricted of what you can do, but
not
shout out Emma.
Really. We talked on the phone for a while. She changed her plane ticket date.
She did. Cool.
She did today. She told me not to tell you, but you're coming with me, and you might still be in.
Oh, to Chicago.
Yeah, you might still be working at that point, so I don't know whether you're not going to be able to take it off or not. So
oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm telling you. So it's March 9th, and do you know what that means?
March 9th.
Not March 9th, May 9th. I
was
wish
like,
it was March 9th. That's when I fly to Scotland.
May 9th is a Saturday, so I'll definitely have it off.
That's right. So May 10th is that Starset concert.
So she is going.
She is going. You
Really,
can come
Starset?
too. Do you like Starset?
Yeah.
You want to go to the
You want to go see
at the
it?
castle?
They're at the castle. $25.
The castle's our local theater, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, I can see if I have that day off.
Yeah, first it's a Sunday.
It's possible then.
All right.
Definitely.
We'll work something out.
What
was the question?
If we ever have any regrets about the not having a whole phase.
Oh, all the time. No. I want to very clarify. No.
I do got. So, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Let's start with that before I get to my second question.
It's 3:30. So half the day is gone.
I know you're getting a tattoo.
I am getting a tattoo right after
But
Valentine's
I
Day.
didn't talk. Do anything.
No, I mean we like I said we FaceTimed for a while,
Didn't have,
but we
phone
don't
sex
we don't
or
really no phone sex. We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. We haven't because we started dating 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Oh, fair enough.
So that first year was like it's a weird thing. I think maybe I got her flowers or something.
That's why I started dating Rachel on Valentine's Day, so I would never forget her anniversary.
See,
Infinity IQ.
well, we celebrated our 1 year last year. This year we just celebrated our 2 year instead of celebrating Valentine's Day.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask you next. What you guys did on.
I did order her something that she won't get until she comes back.
Was it MGK's new vibrator?
No, but I wish it was. No, it's this thing called the Comfy.
Yeah.
It's like this massive, it's a hoodie that would be massive on me. That's made out of like Sherpa material and has super like massive deep pockets. And I saw it and I was like, I'm ordering this for her because she would use it daily.
Fair enough.
So I'll show you it after the podcast.
I know you guys made last minute
mass
plans.
destruction.
Mass destruction, last minute plans. Yes.
You two over there, Martel. You and your other personality.
Yeah. Me and my. Oh, I loved that when you said that.
So Martel's phone. Martel. Fuck, dude. If I could speak.
Imagine your rap career if you could speak the English language.
Dude. In my phone, Martel is named Martels because I always say he's got multiple personalities. I don't always say it, but that's
dude. That was great when I saw that. I was like, dude, because I agree with it 100%. I've been through so many phases of myself.
He goes
that's not even what I was talking about, but okay.
That's what I was talking about. But anyways,
I've been through a lot of phases.
But
we're gonna find out about
really have a
This
shame.
is when younger you comes in, and then emo punk you is gonna come in right behind him. That's like directly after you lost all your.
And then hipster me with my Thai fisherman trousers is gonna come in, and then I got those from
you
Earthbound.
now with your Mexican hoodie.
They're gonna make
Native American hoodie.
They're gonna make a boy band, the four of them.
Gold Martels.
No, but we're not really doing anything. Right now, we made other plans because
you're on a podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna assume you're doing shit right now.
But because we're bad with like remembering stuff, because we forgot our anniversary both times we've had it, so we're bad with dates.
Do you guys still celebrate? So you guys just celebrate wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
You don't ever really celebrate like
the dating anniversary.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes away once you get
for
married.
sure. But is that true?
Yeah, it's just the wedding one.
What about the anniversary of the first time you guys had sex?
What about the anniversary of your first kid?
You mean the birthday?
No, I mean the conceiving date.
Oh.
Where'd you guys conceive, Lila? Do you know?
Where? In
Yeah.
The 1-bedroom apartment? The bedroom?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I forgot about that apartment, to be honest. Damn.
That was where. Lancaster Heights, Normal, Illinois.
Don't be throwing out a fucking city like that. Somebody's not gonna like something
They're
I
gonna
say because I'm gonna.
triangulate the position of this podcast.
Here's how I'm gonna warn you. I have and I will talk a lot of shit on this fucking podcast about a lot of different.
We're gonna talk a lot of shit on this podcast.
honestly,
we love to talk shit.
Honestly, about a lot of famous people.
Yeah,
but like
fuck Billie Eilish.
Yeah, but that's a joke between us.
Is it? I'm dead fucking serious.
I know you like Billie Eilish.
Fuck Billie Eilish.
But here's the thing, but like fuck Kodak Black too.
Fuck coleslaw.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized?
What?
So you're talking shit about my driving earlier, but you got to ride with me to get your tattoo.
Oh yeah, he's taking.
Are you fucking kidding?
He's taking this.
What the fuck is that?
And then we're gonna go get your wife.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a threesome.
What? I'll walk. It's about a 30-minute walk. I have 30 minutes to get there.
All right. I'm gonna tell a story about how I picked up a random chick the other day. But did I tell you this?
Yes.
I did tell you this. I know I told you too.
Yeah.
I'll just tell the podcast. So basically, what happened is I was mad as fuck at this one guy I was taking home, low key. Get the fuck back.
Can you see my nose hairs?
Yes.
Okay. I'll trim them for you.
You don't have to. It's okay. Emma, does Emma
you for
get bothered by
accepting.
your?
Probably. She's
Yeah?
too nice to say anything about it, but definitely. I get bothered by them.
You know what I really want to do? I really just want to come on somebody's face on some real shit though.
What the fuck?
Maybe that should be a
Why does my
podcast.
nose hairs make you think of that?
Because I was just thinking, I was like, what if I came up somebody's nose and then I'm not yours. It would get stuck in your nose hair. So you got to trim your nose hairs before we do anything else.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I've never came on somebody's face and I really want to. And I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure both of you in this room have. Don't warn me.
Never.
Basically what happened, I was really mad as fuck at this guy I was dropping off. And I was about to rip into him more than I already was. And this random chick comes up to me, basically was like, when do you have a phone? And I was still so mad. I was like, why do you need a phone? And she was like, I just need to get home. And I was like, where do you live? And she was like, this drive. And I was like, just get my fuck, I'll take you home. I don't give a fuck.
That's the story of how Ben kidnapped a 5-year-old.
Yeah, basically. And I drove her home, and basically I was warning her, I was like telling her, I was like, it's not you, alright? I'm just mad. At being alive right now, I'm just mad. And I took her home, and then we talked more and realized we had mutual friends, and yeah.
Did you tell her to check out the podcast?
No, I didn't, because I knew I was going to talk about her, so.
You'd be a great Uber driver.
I made a joke about how I was a terrible Uber driver. I just burped.
I never drove with Uvo.
Uber. I've taken an Uber once.
I've never.
You've never taken an Uber?
No.
Are you talking about in Vegas?
I got my 300 horses.
Oh, twice. Sorry,
That
twice.
was a lift. We took a lift.
Sorry. I took an Uber once. It was after the 21 Pilots concert. And this one guy picked us up. Best Uber ever. He had Christmas lights in his car. He was super, super like fun and energetic. It was the wrong Uber. So he dropped us off. And this Jamaican guy picked us up who like just gave me the vibe like he was going to fucking kill us.
That's
Drives
amazing.
us to the middle of the fucking forest. And he goes, I don't think this is the destination. But in a Jamaican voice. And I was like, I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't the destination.
At no point going out to the forest were either of you like, hey, this isn't the right way.
For real. And then we finally made it back to the motel, and he goes, is this right? And I was like, yeah, it's better than where you took us before. Even if it was wrong, I'd get out right now. Like, all right, we're at 53 minutes. Anything else you want to talk about, Martel?
Shoot, I had some stuff in my head, but
We definitely have way more stories, though.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have you back on,
100%.
for sure. It's been good. It's been a really good conversation. I like this one. So
and we're definitely gonna have you back on to talk more in depth about being a father. Too.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's
I just didn't want to get into it a lot.
It's a project we're working on.
Yeah. Sure. We just got to get our setup and everything. So, do you have anything else you want to say?
No. I mean, I guess just like I just a little compliment. I guess I really like the podcast. Like, I think it's really great. I listen to it on my drive home every day. I was kind of curious, like, how far do you guys think you're gonna go with it?
Keep talking. I'm semi-erect right now.
I'm going until I get that big ass house and my 9 tricycles. All right, that's how far this podcast is gonna go.
It's gonna go about as far as until either of us stop having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it becomes a job,
Mm-hmm.
if we're not if
Getting
it's
paid.
not an actual job, then I feel like that's when it needs to stop.
But
Yeah.
to clarify, like, here's what I want to do. Eventually, I want to get a way better setup so everything can be comfortable all the
absolutely.
time.
Because both of us we don't both plan on staying here for that much longer, probably about another year for me. But I plan on still doing this podcast after that.
Yeah.
we just
You
gotta,
know, we just got to figure out a space for
But
it.
I might stay here. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see
So
what
which we
happens.
could keep the same setup going.
Yeah.
So thank you though.
Yeah.
Thank you for the compliment.
I
To be
mean-
honest, like anybody who supported the podcast has been.
Yeah,
really
we've
dope,
had
so-
like amazing support for it,
Yeah.
which none of us were expecting. So
Well,
shout
I
out
like
to
it
everybody.
because it just feels like something that you can kind of jump in. It does feel like friends talking, and on the way, like it just feels like a conversation that you could get behind, like you could get into, and even just listen, just because it's fun stories and funny stories that you kind of, even if you weren't there, you wish you were. You could imagine yourself there because it just seems like an accepting group of people.
It just seems like there's too many podcasts out there that are interviews with all these famous, insane
Yeah.
people and all that, and not too many people that for me anyways, I wanted to help create a podcast that like I could listen to if I didn't know who these people were and be like, I feel like I could be on that podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
an everyday conversation that anybody could have. You
Yeah.
don't have to be someone in a A-list movie
Mm-hmm.
to be
This
in.
podcast has been sponsored by Martell. All right. And anything else anybody gotta say?
No, I think I'm good.
Shaka.
All right. Peace out. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.